So with that thought, I would also request Principal Sir to come up and share a few words with our students.
Thank you team SIP, and it's a big shout out. So RM is we start, right? Dr. Srila Das Gupta, all the faculty members, those who are involved in the SIP. I see Wilson Rao sir is standing and taking care of us part over there. So my teachers, good morning to you all. We have our 8th student Mohit over here. So good morning to each one and everyone. I was getting briefing from my teachers, those who are organizing Anamika and Radhika and Firdaus, that they are dealing with this program. So I asked them, what is this program about? So she said, we want to inculcate some good habit, a kind of a wellness program, and how to behave in the college, or how to, it's kind of a thing. And that's a very important aspect in the life. You may be graduate, postgraduate, and if we don't have good relation with each other, that's not going to get correct, right? So I, Ramayana, Ram, everyone? Okay. So, first thing, that be comfortable in your own skin. You may be short, you may be tall, having hair, having no hair. So you need to be comfortable in your own zone, right? Because your confidence is very important. So let's talk about Ramayana and Mahabharata, alright? You are aware of Ram and all this. So Ram was sent to isolation for 14 years, right? Vanvas. Who was the person who was initiated this process? Kaikeyi, the statement. Because she wanted to give that Raj to her own son Bharat, right? So after, this is a mythology story. But there is some take-home message. So after this 14 years of thing, he comes. And what do you expect, that where he should go, because mother is alive? In that 14 years, he has lost his father Dashrath, right? So you and me, what we will do, we'll go and hug mother, So he doesn't do that. He goes to Kaikeyi first and he touches her feet. Do you know why? And he tells her, why I have come to you first. And he tells her that, see, there is no hatred. That's the one lesson. He goes and touches her feet. And then so Kaikeyi she takes her back. You know why? Because after doing that this thing, unwanted thing, but this boy has come and he's touching my feet. So she feels little awkward. So then he says, it is just because of you I realize my power. So you saw to it that it is just because of you. It is just because of you I got Hanuman, the one who is more than 200% devotee. It is just because of you I realized the brother value Bharat. Alright? It is just because of you I got Lakshman with me and he protected me. It is just because of you I got a respected enemy whom I killed, Ravan. It is just because of you I realized that my wife, it is so dedicated. So there was no hatred, right? So we should have that kind of value, that see that we don't have that kind of hatred. Among whoever has done anything, we need to rise above, alright? So you got that lesson from one Ramayana that, we should see whoever Ram or whatever, let's not go in detail, but there is something, some take-home message. So that's one thing. Correct? What about Sri Krishna? Mahabharata. Now talking about Mahabharata. Right? There was a cousin of Sri Krishna, right? And he used to Shishupal. So he used to travel a lot. And Sri Krishna had a lot of power. He would have killed him. But he allowed his 99 the same. Okay, you do it. But he had promised her mother that I will forgive him for 99 or maybe 100, but after that I am not going to forgive because he is doing whatever he used to do. And then he gets. So, tolerance is the limit. You need to tolerate the nuisance of people. Sometimes you will find the people around, wherever you will work, your colleague, your friends, they will do. So, tolerance, because we need to tolerate. Okay, tolerate. So, the tolerance. Alright? Sri Krishna had a friend, Sudama, a very poor fellow. Alright? So, whenever Sudama used to visit Sri Krishna, he used to go and hug. What is the take home message? Be rooted. Don't discriminate whether you're rich, this, so be rooted. Alright? So these are the things, mythological stories, you will come to know, what kind of messages they are giving you. I'm so glad and I'm thankful to the teachers who they have come here, with this idea and you brought you here to have this kind of program. And remember, in the life you will also remember that, we must have this kind of value. Grandson, he was playing, right? And then he goes and asks his grandfather, what have you achieved? Every day you are reading this Mahabharata. What have you achieved? I don't say. So the grandfather, he says nothing. He says, okay, do one thing, my dear. There is a basket full of koila. Okay, just empty that basket and get a water from river. So the grandson says, my grandfather is out of, So he says, what are you saying? How can I get water in this basket? It has got number of holes in the sink. So I will not be able to get water. Please talk sense. So the grandfather says, no, you just get it. So he says, chalo theek hai, grandfather has said, so let me empty that basket and go out and get water for his satisfaction. And he goes and takes water from the river. The water is not getting filled up. 1 time, 2 time, 3 time, 100 time he tries. And then finally he gets exhausted and he comes to the grandfather and says, you told me to take water in this basket, but nothing is coming. It has got number of holes in this thing. So the grandfather says, yes, precisely, it has got, but I had told you to get it. So what change you are seeing in that basket? The grandfather asks this question to grandson. He says, nothing. He said, observe it very carefully. Before going to getting water, it was filled with the coal, it was full black, right? It was covered with all that material dust, right? And when you emptied, you carried, you filled n number of time water, what has happened in the process? In the process, that basket has been cleaned, right? The same thing has happened to me when I recite, when I read this kind of book. I have slowly changed myself. I have achieved these values. What you are seeing me today, it is because of all these things. My dear students, achieve these values and develop yourself. Life is very important, and this is what I wanted to tell you. I once again now thank you to all my teachers involved, all the volunteers involved in this program. Dr. Sheila, thank you so much. She takes care of arranging all this kind of program. Wilson sir, thank you so much. And thank you to my ex-student who has come here, who is going to interact, and other also I am seeing. So thank you so much, and have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Now let me know where your priorities lie. Let me proceed. I have Dr. Namika Purohit, who will be introducing the further sessions to you.
Okay. Hi, all the first years. Hope you are feeling as much enthusiastic about this as your teachers are. Some of you know me, I'm from the English department, and I will start with a little quote, and I would want you to probably guess or tell me where this comes from. Heard melodies are sweet, but those unheard are sweeter. Therefore, ye soft pipes, play on. For the not only for the sensual ear, but more endeared. It's a quote by John Keats. I do some of the romantic poetry. with the third year students for sure, but some with the first years as well. But we also intend to create a safe space for you to transition from your school life, from your junior college life into the degree college. And it is for that reason, that is the basic motivation of this program called Diksharan, yeah, which basically acknowledges your initiation into this new journey of teaching learning, where you will be undergoing a transition, where you will be embracing your adult, where you feel free to express yourself, and where you are also free to listen to each other, right? So that is basically the motivation of Diksharan, which basically is supposed to take you through a series of interactions that are focused not only on college life, but also the different value systems that we will encounter through this process of self-exploration. You know, how we will ascribe to these different human values that exist around us in our everyday interactions that take place in the canteen, or in our presentations that take place in the classrooms, or in the interaction that we have with our seniors. Let's see how we can find the existence of these values, how we can apply them to everyday contexts. Right? That is basically the purpose of Diksharan, to help you notice, to help you explore with a deeper insight. And I hope that we succeed in helping you gain a deeper connection, therefore, with Jai Hind College. Yeah, so that as you step out, as you become seniors, yeah, as you become second year, third year students who help your juniors initiate into the college life, you are able to represent this college a little better, with that much more confidence, with that much more surety and certainty. And then when you graduate, you carry a part of this college with you, right? Because you may step out of Jai Hind College, but Jai Hind College will always stay with you, no matter what, right? And you can see how we have a ton of these ex-students who come back to us at just one phone call, and they've come with the spirit of anything for Jai Hind. And that's the kind of spirit that we are looking forward to, and let's explore it together. I invite my colleague, Ms. Firdaus Sarnobat, to take us through the rest of the session. Firdaus ma'am.
Okay, a very good morning to one and all. How excited are you all for SIP? Okay, so this is our second year for the student induction program, and last year when we started with it, it was for the first time that we conducted it, and with the COVID thing, with the online batches, we got a huge response, and a heartfelt thanks to each and every one of you who made it to the auditorium today to attend our student induction program. This is our student induction program team, Dr. Anamika Purohit from English department, myself, Ms. Firdaus from the history department, and Ms. Radhika Rajwani from the English department. And all three of us have been helped, guided, encouraged by our principal, Dr. Dabolkar and Srila Das Gupta ma'am, who has been there with us throughout the conduct of the student induction program. We also like to welcome Dr. Sangeeta Parak, who is there with us today. So ma'am has come. Yeah, so what to expect in the SIP, the student induction program. Basically, the main purpose of AICT for introducing the student induction program was because when you transit from your junior college to a degree college, how many of you all are finding this change? It's taking time for you to adapt to this junior versus a degree college shift. Anyone? Yeah. You would like to say something? No, okay, so this kind of shifting change, you remember when you are in a junior college and you had the kind of bond with the teachers, the way subjects, and suddenly when you come to degree with a wide range of subjects, with so many, those lecture different timings. First and foremost, early morning lectures. How many of your early morning lectures shift as a change? Okay. I think slowly you will love that, because you'll get a part that the transition that's happening from your junior college to your undergrad courses becomes much more easier. And most importantly, we learn to adapt to change. I think change is not easy, not for me also at this. No, when you're even a sort of syllabi change, it takes time. Oh, I have to teach this. Also, it's not easy for anyone. And please believe me, it's going to take time for you from junior to a degree scholarship, lectures with so many combinations, with whatever courses you're doing. But gradually, with the help of your teachers, with your peers, it will be easier. I think that's something the bonds that you create now is something that the SIP encourages. Will stay with you for a longer period of time. Participate in everything that happens in college. Take it as a learning experience. You will learn from something, there will be certain activities which you have no idea and no hint. Please participate. And as teachers, as peers, we are always there for you. And the SIP, we are going to have different sessions. The first and foremost important is self. And we think we know everything. We are the end of it. What we are the best version of ourselves. We are always learning. Learning never stops and no one is perfect. We learn through our mistakes, we learn through our success, we learn through our failures. Right? That's something which is there. Apart from that, what the SIP offers you is a holistic development. So holistic, not just self, family and society. Appreciate your family. We take them for granted. We take relationships in our life for granted. We don't realize how important, how relevant. You always look, oh, what is it for me? Okay, what have, oh, that everyone does it. You've not done something. But what is that you are doing for those relationships? Appreciate them, value them. As you need a plant to nurture good water, you need to give time and space to people. Time and space to every relationship that you have in your life. That's when we touch upon those things. Not just family and society, but to the nature and world. We live in an environment, so what are our contribution to it? What could we possibly do? So through all our sessions, we conduct practical activities for you, so whereby we kind of acquaint you. And I think you've seen a pre-SIP survey form. So what is in your mind right now? And when you complete the SIP, with each session, have you made any attempt to change those things? What kind of a transformed individual you are towards the end of our student induction program. And last time, Namika and Radhika would agree, we got fabulous, you could say, poems, drawings, artwork, expressions. There were so many that we had a tough time. So please believe us, be with us for the student induction session and we'll have an amazing time. Any of the suggestions, feedback we would definitely take to make SIP a better program and an enriching experience for you. Now I hand over the mic to Radhika ma'am.
Students along with Firdaus ma'am mentioned about the self. So you must have seen on the notice that on the 9th of August, the second session would be conducted by Ms. Mehak Punjabi. Same place, same time, just the date is different. So I thought I'll just keep you posted. The other sessions are, we are still in the process of planning it. So as and when we have the dates finalized, we will also send those details out to you. Okay, over to Anamika.
So of course we've all spoken to you a little bit about the relevance of the student induction program, but I don't want to sound all theoretical because then it becomes a one-way communication. Some of these ideas we've already spoken to you about: human values, interdisciplinary learning, identity construction, and then of course holistic development and a connection with the institution. But now I would like to of course invite some of your seniors, some who are currently students of Jai Hind College and some who have passed out but are nonetheless connected with our institution to come and talk to you. It is boring to keep listening to teachers. We know that. You don't need to tell us anymore. So I hereby invite Mohit, who was a student of third year BCom. He has been such an active a member of our college when he was there. Of course, during the lockdown period, he was a major help for all of our committees. especially the help that he rendered to us with the AAA credit calculation. Your seniors will tell you about, the kind of academic credits that those activities that they are involved in. Mohit really helped us out with all of that. So it was a delight when we contacted him and he said, yes ma'am, anything for Jen in college. It's an absolute delight to have you here, Mohit. Please come up here and please address the
Guys, before that, I want to just introduce Mohit to all of you. Mohit has done a lot of things. I know, but when he sent me such a huge CV, so we've just compiled it. And I'm grateful to Mohit. He will just returned back from Germany the other day in the morning. I immediately sent him, hi, how are you? He immediately responded. And he said, ma'am, anything for Jai. We didn't ask what reason, what time. So I'll read. Mohit is an accomplished professional with a diverse background in economics and project management, making him a valuable addition to our gathering. Recently, he has achieved a remarkable milestone by securing a position as a business consultant in the Transformation Delivery Department at EY Ireland. Beyond his professional pursuit, Mohit is a talented wildlife photographer whose captivating images have featured in various publications. He also exhibits a fervent passion for sports, particularly F1, football, cricket, and basketball. Notably, Mohit's journey has been shaped by his excellent commitment to the leadership and community service. As the chairperson of Enactus UCD, he has been instrumental in organizing and managing social outreach projects. Additionally, his role as a mentor of the Student Council at Jain College showcases his dedication to guiding and nurturing fellow students.
In 12th, and I had already imagined what the 3 years of my undergrad will be. It would be clubbing, it would be partying, it would be some concert at Kalaguda or Marine Drive or Natural or whatever it is. But trust me, having a preconceived notion of what the 3 years of your college life will be is the biggest mistake that you can do. I am not saying don't do any of this. Trust me, you should have fun, you should do what you want. But prioritizing this over the other things that you can do in college is a big mistake that you will do. Even if you are coming from Kandivali, which is not in Mumbai, or if you are coming from Malabar Hill, or if you are coming from Mulund or Thane or wherever it is. Having a preconceived notion of bunking lectures and doing something, of clubbing at night or partying here or eating there is something that should be a second priority, but you shouldn't have a plan of what you want to do with your 3 years without you experiencing what those years are. So I have seen my classmates who had this preconceived notion, and I can see where they are today. And I can see my classmates and my friends who didn't have a preconceived notion, and some of my very good friends are working in the UN today. So this is something which is very casual, I would say, but a thought driven about what I want to do in the 3 years of my college life is something that you shouldn't have. Take one day at a time, experience one new thing at a time, and then decide what you want to do. The next point that I would like to highlight, which has again been a very big personality development trait for me, is always treat your teachers as your best friends. And I think all teachers will agree to me on this, because none of the teachers just want to teach you and leave. All the teachers want to discuss things with you, want to imbibe their knowledge with you, and the best people to learn from are not teachers who teach in class, are teachers who are done after class and when they are free. They teach you things about life, about the subject that they teach, about your own personality that you can develop, which no friend, which no senior, which no person that I know who might be about your age can do that. When I say this, I know you might be hesitant thinking that, wait, can I talk to my teacher about how well I am doing, say, with my sports, or how well I am doing with my hobby, or how I want to know something about that subject which is not in my syllabus. Trust me, all teachers in Jain College, if you reach out to them on a personal level, none of them will refuse to listen to you. And having a teacher as a best friend is the biggest blessing that you can get in Jain. The next point, which is, I think, the reason why I am where I am today, is everything is supposed to happen in proportion. Balance is the only key success indicator in life. When I've said all the points that I have, I know I hope some of y'all at least are feeling encouraged or motivated to do something, maybe dance, sing, act, work for some committee, but balance is the key to success. Academic responsibilities, extracurricular activities, sports, hobbies, all of this has to be in proportion, and I'll tell you why. I've done my masters from Ireland and I just finished in July. As much as they look at your extracurricular activities that you do, if you have poor academics, they won't consider you for a master's program. And this is the same in India as well. All of you who want to give CAT and other examinations that you plan to, or CA or whatever it is, till the time you don't have a balanced profile with a mix of extracurricular, of academics, nobody will entertain you in your SOPs, in your letter of recommendations, in your application that you have to companies or to colleges. So I just want each of you all to take a moment and think of what you want to do in the next 3 years of your life at Jain. And when I tell you this, I want you to imagine that Jain has endless opportunities and endless positions that it is waiting for you to fill in. College is a vibrant life which everybody will explore as time goes. Don't let nervousness hold you back. Don't let, will it be okay if I ask that person if I join them or something? Don't let that hold you back. All of the people in Jain are very sweet, very cooperative. If you go to your senior and say, I want to join Arthronomics or Student Council or Gymkhana or whatever it is, none of them will refuse to talk to you about it. So push yourself to the boundary. And as we continue this journey together, let's support one another, commit mistakes, learn from them, and try to embrace why you did that mistake and how can you not do it the next time. Even though I know that people don't do things because they are hesitant to make mistakes, committing mistakes is a part of the journey. It's like taking a fast train that doesn't stop at your stop and going to some third stop, and then you have to make your way back, but that is an adventure in itself. So thank you for your time, and remember, I want you to listen to this last piece that I want to say. So I thank you for your time, for coming out in such numbers and listening to what I have to say. And remember that Jain College is a roller coaster where you will have many highs and equally high lows. And hold tight and enjoy the experience. Thank you.
You took us through an entire journey, and I hope the students are feeling as exhilarated by listening to the different experiences and adventures that you took us through. It was pretty nostalgic for us as well. I would now like to invite another of our ex-students from the pandemic year. Here Yumi, she is a pass out of the pandemic batch, third year English major. Miss Amrita Chakrabarti, who's completed her masters in English literature. She was very involved in college. She was on the editorial board of the annual English magazine and one of the top performing students of her class. I invite Amrita. Please take us through some of your experiences in college and let the students feel inspired by the journeys that you've undertaken. Come.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much, Alumni, Namika ma'am. That meant a lot. Also, I'm so happy to be here. And I don't know, it's overwhelming. The people in the great numbers here, I'm overwhelmed. But just to share my experience, today I'm here as an alumni of Jai Hind College. And I always say Jai Hind is like a nurturing ground for me. Because however I am, the person I am, the life I'm leading, it all started. Thank you. So I'm grateful with that, and I think I should just start with sharing some of my experiences. Also, before I forget, congratulations to each one of you for making it through, and I welcome you all to Jai Hind College. And there's a lot in store for you. So I really believe life comes back to full circle. And in 2016, I came here precisely on 26 July 2016. I was here at Jai Hind College, sitting here and attending an orientation and hearing my seniors narrating their experiences. And it stayed with me for some reason, maybe for today, so that I can also come here and share my experiences. So yeah, it did come to a full circle for me. And I hope it comes to you too. And from that day to this day, a lot has happened, a lot has changed, a lot has been, I grew a lot and I progressed a lot, and it is all because of the experiences, opportunities that I got here. It all started from here, right from academics, the events I attended, I worked for, the committees I was part of, the positions I held, the people, the amazing people I met, classmates like Mohit who just narrated his experience. I was so grateful to great friends that I made here. Each of them just molded my life and me as a person. So that really counts to me, and I hope, and since right from the beginning, the focus on bonding, values, that was directed to you all for the society program. I wish we had something like that. We were learning all of it, but not under some label, but we learned it all here. Also, just to let you all know, I really never participated in anything in the initial years of my college. That's like the biggest regret I have. And I envy you all so much. You have like 3 years with you now to do that. But I would say, please don't wait like me. Please make those choices and go ahead and participate in everything you can. Jai Hind has like plethora of opportunities waiting for you to be explored. Just try different things, explore, surprise yourself, and try becoming like the best versions of yourself. I think I am doing that, and it's because of one step I took that maybe let's just start. And I think it was in my final year that I realized, okay, now is the time, it's now or never situation. I started participating, heading a team, being a part of the editorial committee, writing and presenting a research paper, and doing all of it. I also figured out my career goals which I'm currently pursuing. So it all started from here, and I can't emphasize enough how important it is for me. Also, I remember Vadia sir, when he was our principal, he always stressed the college motto, I will and I can. Just go to the canteen and library very often. That's like my favorite place. I used to be there all the time, also the classes. So I hope you have fun there too. And I think I've shared a lot of my experience. I can go on and on, but I think I'll just stop here and extend my warmest wishes to each one of you. All the very best. Do your level best here. Explore and do everything you want to do. Surprise yourself out. And also I hope someday you come back here and see how beautifully you started this day and completed your journey of 3 years and see your life coming full circle. Thank you. Thank you so much, Amrita. So students, that was from your seniors who have graduated from college. So they come from maybe a time and an era which is slightly different from what you are experiencing right now, and maybe that's an ideal that you will love to come to. Next we have one of our students who is currently be a student in Jai Hind College. Okay. Kaushal, who is a TYBA English student right now, would like to share his experience of being a Jai Hindite and being your senior in college. So let's hear what he has to say.
So, good afternoon everyone. People usually start off their speeches, their stories by introducing themselves, sharing their name. If it's in a college setting like this one, they'll tell you that what course they are in, what they have achieved, how they got there. What I want to do is to begin with a certain flaw that I have noticed in myself. I often forget to introduce myself when I'm too excited to meet new people, and today seems to be no different. So let me just begin with a few lines I wrote recently. एक साया था भटक रहा रास्ते पर शायद, एक साया था भटक रहा रास्ते पर शायद, ढूंढ रहा वो अपना घर था शायद, पाँव तले जमीन है, सर पे आसमान है, समझा नहीं ये दुनिया ही उसकी दास्तान है. So, Saya, does anyone know? You may all know. What does Saya mean? Exactly. When I was given this opportunity to talk with all of you, the first thought that came to my mind after being a student of Jai Hind College for the past 5 years is to share something with you that is, even I struggled with finding my identity here in a place which was teeming with talent, creativity, dedication. I didn't know where to place myself. And only in retrospect can I have the privilege to tell you it was absolutely okay. The need to find a place for yourself, as Mohit mentioned earlier, it is natural. I went through it, he went through it, all of you might go through it. But what I want you to look at it as a motivation to develop yourself, to make yourself better. That's exactly what Jai Hind College does to you. And that's when you don't even realize how this place becomes your home. When you're trying to find yourself here, the place finds you, and in turn, you find solace in Jai Hind College. The lines continue. कोई जानता भी है मुझे? Now that is the response I can get from you. But what if I am asking the question to myself? कोई जानता भी है मुझे? क्या है मेरा मुखौटा और कौन हूँ मैं? वो डरता था कोई उसे ढूंढ नहीं पाया तो उस खो जाने के डर को काबू करने में उसने खुद को पा लिया. साए की पहचान उसका सफर ही तय कर गया. Now मुखौटा, as you might know, I'll take that as a compliment. Mukhota, as you all may know, is a mask, and I know we have to get rid of them. But any student of Jai Hind College will tell you two things. One, you'll meet a lot of people here. And two, you'll meet all sorts of people here. You're bound to be influenced by them. You're bound to pick up a few traits from them because you are inspired by them, you're motivated by them. Maybe the people talking here are motivating you to come be a part of this ceremony 3 years down the line. But that does not mean you're losing yourself, that you're losing your identity. Sometimes you feel that, oh, I'm not myself when I'm with a certain group of people. And that's okay. You're constantly evolving, you're constantly changing, redeveloping yourself. You're adapting. If I were to say, let's list down all the committees in college. You have been here in JC You have been a part of SU, Gymkhana, Road Track Club, English Association, Student Council, the list just keeps going. You know what I mean. This is the journey you are meant for. And everyone here will have different timelines. You need not compare yourself with other people. Someone might become a secretary when they are in SYJC. Someone might become that when they are in the TVAC. And that's okay. You're on your own path. One small piece of advice, if you need any help, if you find yourself in a conflict, if you find yourself in a problem of any sort, you have to remember to just ask. Jai Hind College is such a safe space for anyone and everyone looking for help. Be it of any difficulty. Be it your teachers, be it your seniors, be it your friends, be it the principal sir himself. They are always here to help you out, to guide you. ये कहानी कल का साया नहीं, आज का कौशल आपको सुनाता है. Finally, my name is Kaushal Keshri.
So now we have someone up jo aane wala hai. I hope you know him. You must have seen him during your admission process. You must have seen him during your orientation. Can you guess who is he? Yes, you have Johan, and let me tell you, Johan is someone who you all should be looking up to, who is your peer, and Johan is the most helpful person that you will find in Jai Hind College. If I talk about Johan again, it will take like a long time, but yes, Johan, I would like you to come and address the gathering. Johan is the Deputy General Secretary of the Student Council. He is pursuing his CA course. He is a BCom student and someone who is very passionate in introducing reforms in the BCom, encouraging the BCom students to come and attend their lectures, and it's really a pleasure to interact with him.
For all this, for all these opportunities, and I'm really looking forward to add value to these 5-7 minutes that I have to interact with you for now and later on ahead as well. So, a humble background about me, as Ram said, being a sports enthusiast. I play cricket since my 9th standard. I like to play football, kabaddi, running, and as far as the academics are concerned, a humble 96.33% in 12th. And as far as the degree college is concerned, a consistent O grader from semester 1 to semester 4. So those are a few of my academics as well. So guys, the purpose of sharing this thing is that I'm not going to boast about myself, but it is to understand that as human beings, all of us are limitless. The limit which exists is in our minds. The only limit that we have is that we create for ourselves. It's not at all external. To be very honest, if I can stand over here, there's a 10,000% chance that each and every one of you has the capability to stand over here and inspire your juniors in the future, provided you have the willingness to do it. Never ever doubt your capabilities, that develops with time. But what is important is your willingness. Are you willing to take the extra step? Are you willing to do something extra? If the answer to the willingness aspect is yes, each and every one of you can come here and be the next inspiration for the juniors. Talking about leadership, being a part of the student council, which is an epitome of leadership, the apex student body of Jai Hind College, very proudly of course. It is important to understand that as a leader, we need to balance various things, not only personal life, professional life, but once we become leaders, somewhere we also become responsible for the progress of our team, our peers. खुद का तो डेवलपमेंट हमें करना ही है, there's no doubt. CV पे भी अच्छा लगता है, there's no doubt. But what is the extra thing that you are doing to, at the end, talk to yourself कि हाँ, मैंने अपना best दिया. You need to be compassionate towards your team. You need to be understanding. There will be times as leaders you will have everything coming at you. ये भी आ रहा है, एकेडमिक्स भी आ रहा है, रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज आ रही है, टीचर से काम करना है, पर्सनल लाइफ में कुछ इशू हो रहा है, प्रोफेशनल लाइफ में भी है. बट दैट इज व्हाट डिस्टिंग्विशेस अ लीडर. यू हैव टू हैव द आर्ट. आर्ट वो भी नॉट नेसेसरी कि हाँ पैदा ही हुआ हूँ 60 के साल, ऐसा नहीं है. You can develop it with time. As I said, willingness. Have the willingness to do something great, things will automatically fall in place. Trust me. Not only the student council, you have various bodies. The SDU, Gymkhana, RCJC. If I'm not mistaken, BA, BCom, BSc के बच्चे हैं. आपके भी डिपार्टमेंट्स में बहुत सारे अपॉर्चुनिटीज हैं. You have the Accountancy Association, E-Cell, Economics Association, Physics, Chemistry, Maths, Botany, Biotech. So बहुत सारे अपॉर्चुनिटीज. इंग्लिश एसोसिएशन है, साइक इनसाइट है. अपॉर्चुनिटीज की कमी नहीं है. इट विल हैपन कि whenever you go to any body, you apply for something, it will happen कि आपको लीडर बनना है, आपको कुछ करना है. But not every time you will get that कि हाँ मैं बन गया. But don't stop guys. Look for opportunities because at the end our goal कि हमें डेवलप करना है and we have to be patriotic towards Jai Hind. If not the student council, if not the SDU etc. किसी भी तरीके से we have to give our best कि अपने को जय हिंद का नाम प्राउड करना है. Because at the end we are students of this prestigious institution. Lectures. As ma'am said that motivate my friends, my peers to participate, like we engage with the lectures. But there is a deeper meaning to it. हम लोग एज स्टूडेंट्स मेरे पास भी बहुत सारी प्री कंसीव नोशंस हुआ करते थे. लेक्चर कौन बैठेगा यार 50 मिनट, व्हाई डू यू वांट टू सिट एंड लिसन. बट ट्रस्ट मी गाइस, दैट इज वेरी हेल्पफुल. आई नो many of us have various मतलब प्रोफेशनल डिग्रीज हम लोग परस्यू कर रहे हैं. समटाइम्स बिकॉज ऑफ अदर कमिटमेंट्स इट बिकम्स डिफिकल्ट. ऑल यू नीड टू डू इज गिव योर बेस्ट. योर बेस्ट इज नॉट क्वांटिटेटिव, योर बेस्ट शुड बी क्वालिटेटिव. कि कितना मेरे में हैसियत है मैं उतना बेस्ट दे रहा हूँ. दैट इज मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट. अपने हार्ट कनेक्ट विथ योर सेल्फ. मैं बाबा नहीं हूँ, बट जस्ट थ्रू माई पर्सनल एक्सपीरियंस आई वांट टू ऐड कि गाइस जब आप किसी को सुनते हो, आई होप इट एड्स वैल्यू एंड आप समझते हो कि यस दिस कैन बी एंड समथिंग बेटर कैन बी माई स्टोरी एज वेल एंड आई कैन बी हियर द वेरी नेक्स्ट डे और पॉसिबल वेरी वेरी क्लोज इन द फ्यूचर. इट इज इम्पॉर्टेंट कि जहीं पर भी किसी भी टीम में आप काम करो, मेंटेन सिनर्जी. जब भी आप whenever you participate in a team, the teamwork makes the dream work. अकेले हमें कितना भी टैलेंट हो हमारे पास, but when we work with the team, we can surely achieve and make great wonders. Family. This is that age. It's a very rebellious age. I understand. बहुत सारे changes होते हैं, but guys, stay connected with your family. Your family should be knowing what you do. Maintain transparency. Your parents, आपके family में कोई members हो, but आपकी life में क्या चल रहा है, it is important for them to understand. Because at the end, whatever deep trouble we fall into, बचाने वाले हमारे family members ही होंगे. Have friends, मस्ती मजाक करो, enjoy this FY, SY and TY, and of course fourth year जब भी as per the NEP. But guys, stay connected and always maintain the transparency. They should know what's going on in your life. That's extremely important. Last 3 points. Often we cannot define what is a distraction. But you know for yourself that this thing is a particular distraction for me. To the extent possible, guys, अपने life में जो leakages होते हैं, my dad always tells me, बेटा avoid leakages. इसका मतलब ये होता है कि the things which are not worth your energy, not worth your time, stay away from it. Because I know that FY energy, just 12th standard, a crucial exam, all of you have passed, and it happens. Even in FY GC used to happen. यार एक exam दे के आए, now we need some time to breathe. Completely understandable. But याद रखना, in your future, when you write your exam, when you go for that interview of your job, when you become something, that journey is going to be alone. That journey is going to be alone. You'll have your friends to inspire you, motivate you, but पथ पर आप ही को चलना है.
The Achievers Night, which you all will be seeing. We never had the opportunity of having our convocation ceremony, of which you all will be a part. But I do have the opportunity today to see 2 pandemic era students coming and sharing their life journeys with you. One is our very own Mohit and the other one is Amrita. Amrita, did I spell your name correctly, pronounce your name correctly?
We
have our members sitting here. Wellness Cell does a lot of work with students and with staff. How many of you और पढ़ने के लिए सिर्फ नहीं होता, okay? It's not that college पढ़ने के लिए नहीं होता, okay? So how many of you all believe that it should be only about studies? How many of you all believe it should be more than studies? Okay, great. So you're at the right place. Okay, so here we are talking about how we come to belong to a place by first knowing about yourself. The second is knowing about your relationships, your immediate surroundings. That could be your parents, your friends, your teachers, okay? And third is the entire world or the entire environment at large, okay? So I'll be taking the first session, which is self, okay? Abhi, you all will wonder, okay, I don't know myself, I am blah blah blah, I study blah blah blah, I do blah blah blah. So, what is this big thing that you're going to talk to me about my own self, right? So, this program is quite interesting, and I hope that by the time you are out of the auditorium, after the attendance and the feedback form, hopefully, you will be going out a little more well informed about your own self, right? So that's the objective of the session. So the first question I want to ask you about is that you remember जब भी हम छोटे थे, I was also small once upon a time, although I look like a dinosaur. When you were 5, 10, so people used to ask you, usually there is somebody who will always ask you, what do you want to be when you grow up? Anybody heard that question before? Yes. All of us, right? So all of us have been put through that, self, what can I say, introspection at that age. So then you come up with any answer, right? Because everything was possible. Okay, somebody wanted to be a pilot, somebody wanted to be an actor, somebody wanted to be air hostess, that's very, common. Somebody wanted to even be a Barbie, somebody wanted to be, I don't know what all, what did you all want to be? Anybody? Nothing? Well, it's okay to be nothing. What else? Doctor, engineer, or? Teacher? Okay. What else? I'm hard of hearing, you'll have to speak loudly. Writer, yeah. So we wanted to be various things. So it will bring you back to today, to right now. Okay? So please, whenever you feel you're going into any negative thinking patterns, come back to reality. Come back to the present moment. So this is also a very good mindfulness technique.